Stories of Northwestern Railway, Chapter 2. A Troublesome Summer, Episode 6. The Flying Scots. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and Donald and Douglas were sitting at Wellsworth Station. "Aye, Dougie, have you heard? The Flying Scotsman's coming back to Sodor, along with many other engines," said Donald. "Well, that'll be exciting, dummy," said Douglas. Then suddenly, Donald and Douglas heard a whistle. "What is that?" said Donald. "I don't know, dummy," said Douglas. Then the engine came into view. 2 tenders and an engine. "No, it can't be," said Donald and Douglas. And as expected, the Flying Scotsman came parking into Wellsworth's sheds, right next to Donald and Douglas. "Why, hello, you two. So, you're a real Flying Scotsman?" "Yep, sure am. Real as my brother Gordon." "Wait, so you're Gordon's brother?" "Yep, sure am." "Well, welcome to Sodor, lad. What brings you here?" "Well, since Gordon's having a bit trouble with the express since Rebecca's gone, I'm coming into play. So you'll see me and my brother Gordon rolling down the line. Or should I say, thundering down the line." "Well, that'll be a great sight to see," said Donald. "How's your life on the mainland?" said Douglas. "Well, it's pretty good lately. Saw a couple of engines. You guys know Hero?" "Oh yes! Thomas told me about that Japanese engine. The same engine he, restored, I guess. And you won't believe it. I've met a steam engine with 3 funnels." Donald's face changed. "Really, lad? An engine with 3 funnels?" "Yes. Met him before. Said he was a experimental engine." "Aha! Thomas told me about those experimental engines. It's kind of been a while, so I don't really remember their names. All I can remember are names like Hurricane and Frankie." "Ah, yes, Thomas has told me about those 2. The engine's name is Merlin." "Well, for an engine that's named Merlin, he isn't really a bad engine. But still though, why does he have 3 funnels? Again, like I said, they're experimental engines." "Alright, Scotsman, let's get going. We gotta pull our first express train up the Merritt." "Well, that's my cue, you 2 Scottish engines. Hope we meet again soon." With that, the Flying Scotsman went on. Scotsman soon left out of the yards with his express train. Scotsman carried his name with pride as he puffed down the line with his express train. People cheered it in the coaches. But soon, things would change badly. As the train got up to Gordon's Hill, Scotsman charged for the hill. "Come on!" Seemed like the weight of the express coaches were slowing him down. His wheels slipped and turned, and soon the train gave way and weighted it down. "Hey, what is going on?" he yelled. He tried to stop the train, but he couldn't. His wheels just slipped and slid on the rails until he reached the bottom. "What on earth happened?" said Scotsman. But then suddenly the conductor of the train came. Hello? What happened to my train, if you don't mind I ask?" "Well, Your express coaches kind of weighted you down. So you can't really get to the top of the hill if you have that many coaches. Well, what about my passengers, sir? Well, your train might be a bit delayed. My first express train back on Sodor? Delayed? Preposterous! Well then, if you can't get this train up to Gordon's Hill, your train might have to stay here for a bit. For now, I'll have your driver and fireman come with me to a nearby signal box, just so we can call up to Southern Hat to see if there's any engines nearby. And that's what they did. The signalman, fireman, and driver Scotsman went up to the signal box to telephone Sir Topham Hatt. Meanwhile, Sir Topham Hatt was at Nafford waiting for Gordon to come with his express train. Oh, where is he? Then suddenly, Sir Topham Hatt's phone rang. Oh, let me get that. Hello? Yes? Scotsman? Stuck on the hill? But Gordon has an express train to pull. I can't have him delay his train. I'll go see if there's any engines nearby. With that, Sir Topham Hatt walked away. And, as expected, Sir Topham Hatt walked up to Donald and Douglas. Ah, Donald and Douglas. Great to see you two here. What's wrong, sir? Well, it seems that Scotsman has gotten stuck on Gordon's Hill. He can't pull his train unless he has an engine to push him up the hill. And you two are the nearest engines to Gordon's Hill. So I order you two to get to Gordon's Hill and help him out. Because I cannot have his train being delayed on his first day back to Sodor. Yes, sir. Right away, sir, said Donald and Douglas. Donald backed into Douglas and pulled it to the Gordon's Hill. Soon, Donald and Douglas coupled up to a hand car. You two must be the engines that's gonna push us and Scotsman up the hill? Sure are. Aye, Scotsman, can you hear us from here? Donald and Douglas? Is that you two? It sure is. We're gonna push you up the hill. Well, thanks, Donald and Douglas, but I don't think you can push me and this whole train up the hill. Well, we'll try. Now let's get going. And with all their might, Donald and Douglas started pushing the train. Scotsman wanted to help too, so he started pulling as Donald and Douglas were pushing. My wheels! They're slipping! Then Donald saw that they were pushing the coaches a bit too hard, that their wheels were derailing. You know what? Screw it, Dougie. We're gonna have to go in front of him. Hey, did you two just leave me here? No. The tracks were switched. Alright, Dougie, let's pull this train up this hill. And with that, Donald and Douglas started pulling Scotsman and his train up the hill. Come on, said Donald and Douglas. Scotsman looked back as he saw the train going up the hill. The wheels slipped and skid up on the rails. But Donald tried his best. Come on! Hey, you two are doing it! Keep going! Yes, Scotsman. We're trying! But even with a lot of effort, Donald Douglas and Scotsman still couldn't make it up Gordon's hill. Donald just looked at the top of the hill. He tried again, but his wheels just slipped. Oh, we're sorry, Scotsman. Can't make it up Gordon's hill. Guess you are right. Even if it's the two of us, we can't even pull the train. Well, even if we didn't make it up Gordon's hill, you two did put some effort into that. You were halfway up the hill, but then your wheels slipped. But I do have someone in mind. Then suddenly, Gordon came puffing up. "Why, hello there, Scotsman," said Gordon. "Ah, hello there, little brother." "Don't call me little brother." "Anyways, what are you doing here?" "Well, I kinda got stuck up the hill. But your two Scottish friends at least tried to help me. I didn't really like the effort they did. They really tried to get me and my train up here. Guess this train is just a bit too big. Well, that's okay. And thank you two, for helping my brother out." "You're welcome, Gordon." "Thanks, Gordon," said Douglas. "You're welcome, you two. Now, I'll take your train up the main station. How about you three head back to the shed and get some rest? Including you two." One by one, Scotsman's passengers boarded Gordon's train. "See you three later!" With that, Gordon puffed off. "Express coming through!"